Un voyage sans parallèle, spectaculaire.
I just love it, love it, love it.
Colossus!
So beautiful, it could make me
Giant
cry.
rock, yes.
It's hard to tell. Some of us just made it plain interesting.
Fire!
All right. Tell me what you've loved so far about this Egypt adventure.
The best thing about this tour is I've gotten to go to a bunch of places that I've never been before.
Oh goodness, I need more beer. So Francois, where are we?
We are on Al-Moui Street at the Visitors Center, and so we're going through Old Cairo from the northern gate, Bab el Fatou, right to the end, Bab Zuwayla.
If you want to say no, you say la. No thank you is la shokran.
La shokran. That's the word I can't get yet.
We have here a fantastic triad of Menkaure, flanked by Hathor and another goddess. Dwarfs were really popular in the Old Kingdom, and there were many of them, especially around the court of Khufu. And here is Seneb, who's probably from the time of Khufu, and his wife, in this wonderful, wonderful statue. Look at how the artist carefully structured this statue so there's lovely ma'at, or balance. I'm pretty sure a lot of the treasures will be moving to Giza soon. So while we can, let's go visit some of the finest treasures of Tutankhamun along with his great golden mask. We're walking up from Khafre's Valley Temple up to this fantastic Sphinx statue of the sun.
Shows.
So this was only discovered about 25 years ago or something, eh?
His name, Horemheb, means Horus is in festival. So it's like calling a baby Christmas because he was born on Christmas Day. So that's his name, Horus is in festival. And there are beautiful reliefs back there. Many of them are in Leiden. Some of them are in Egyptian army life, Egyptian armies. And one of the interesting things is a scene of captives, and they're Nubian captives. And the Nubians are all shown like NFL players. They're all great, big guys, huge guys. And the Egyptian soldiers who are taking care of them are little skinny guys. And you think, are they saying our boys can take care of their men? I'm not sure what it means. It's an interesting scene because they're little guys, and they're saying to these big tough guys, "Come along, I'll beat you up." You're even going to talk to that guy. Anyhow. For a while. That made it even a holier place. When the Christians take over, this is such a holy place, they build a monastery right here.
At the end we have three. I do this, I say two. Three different sanctuaries. The center one is for Emin, one for Mut, his wife, and the third one is for their son, Khonsu, the lunar god.
So that's the cement of the stone. The binding agent of the stone had been lost. That's what he placed.
That neat, kind of just renew the market. We were actually cutting halfway across town, and I actually saw Babzuela out of the window.
Clothes where there's a ceiling, and where there is open, they're flowering. It's absolutely beautiful.
Just saying that there was nobody that was late all the time. There was always that one person, and there wasn't.
But if you were to take them away, you'd find underneath a continuous, very well preserved spread of gypsum concrete with impressions of the original blocks. Good idea of that, and to run the northern enclosure wall all the way to the back and then to the south to mark off for the benefit of the villagers as well as to visitors where the temple actually was.
Amarna should be seen by everybody. The rock-cut tombs were off the chart.
Looking in that direction, and I pointed out that the modern road, which is this white dirt track, is following a line of the main thoroughfare, running in an absolutely straight line right through the centre of Amarna. It is, as it were, its backbone. And on the other side of the road was the great palace, partly built of mud brick and partly of stone. All the stone has gone, so all that's left are brick walls and huge spoil heaps from Pendlebury's excavations.
Laurie said this morning the temple was completely built by King Seti, yet the front part I'm talking about...
We're standing here at the great Osirian behind the Seti temple at Abydos. This was the place that they had the cenotaph for the god Osiris.
Oh, thank God.
Laura, be careful!
Whoa! Whoa! You're supposed to always cut the apples in half.
Whoa! He just...
Don't put your hand. Here it is. Luxor.
It's just so gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
It's my favorite temple.
We're here at the Nile Valley restaurant on the west bank of Luxor on our beautiful second full day in Luxor. Luxor is a magical place. Meret Segar, with its gleaming pink hills, she who loves silence. There's definitely a spirit in those mountains. And here we finally arrived at Luxor, which is the highlight to any Egypt tour. Most amazing thing you've seen so far, and why?
The Ramesseum.
Interesting.
Because it was the mortuary temple of Ramses II.
And why is Ramses so cool?
Because he built so many monuments all over Egypt, from P. Ramses, from the Delta to Nubia.
There was a traveler to an ancient land who said two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Ozymandias, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and one wonders whether he was writing inspired by the great colossus that lies behind me, or it may have been the Colossi of Memnon, just along the road a little further. But obviously Shelley and other great romantics who visited Egypt in the 1800s were overwhelmed by the beauty of these monuments.
No, I mean, he should. Guy?
He comes out.
Ah, he comes. He's here. The book guy.
Actually, we want to help the children and the West Bank people, because when they want to looking for information, they don't have any place to go, in the West Bank. So actually, our idea was to make something they can go and get the information from it. So Dr. Kent and or our team, we actually suggest to make a library.
I like my little cats.
Without a doubt, I think SETI is going to be the one that stays with me the rest of my life.
Go to Amarna.
I love the scarf, the pashmina, and I bought some of those inlaid boxes.
What was the site you loved the most that you saw so far?
I know you're doing an interview with.
I loved Karnak. I loved that we were able to see the Temple of Khonsu and to see the restoration.
This is John Sherman. He is the RC Project Director for Luxor, and we're here looking at he's going to take us around Khonsu Temple and kind of explain all the conservation work that's being done here. John, thank you.
Thank you. Well, we've been running a conservation field school since 2007, so we've been a long time here in Khonsu. We started with 2 beginners field schools, and now we're doing the advanced field school. There's a Christian cross actually carved outside of this door. If you look here and there, for example, behind you, we've done various test patches. And the colors in this particular chapel are really brilliant. This is going to be a magnificent.
But the coolest thing was the balloon ride at 4:20 a.m. and I did not realize how big they were, nor did I realize how high they went, over 2,000 feet, nor did I realize they used fire.
I love the Colossi of Memnon, but I think so far it's that beautiful tomb of Nefertari.
Surviving the Valley of the Kings
Yes.
was absolutely the highlight of this whole trip.
When you have the first trip to Egypt, everything is a highlight.
I still have one beer and one Sprite.
Oh, I might trade in for a Sprite.
What might trade in what?
Trade in what?
Francois.
What are you trading?
No, no.
Whoa, low price.
Nick will drink some beer. Let's see. There you are.
So you're gonna have to.
How does it compare to American beer?
You can write the beer.
For Texan, any beer is beer.
I'm gonna miss the moments like this. We're just on the river and we're together and oh, that's these moments.